Chosen one, this moment is not a coincidence. Your soul was drawn to this video because the heavens whispered the same message to you 7 times. The number 1111 didn't appear before your eyes for nothing, and the prayers of 33 prophets did not fall upon you by chance. You are one of the 144,000 chosen, and your presence here is a divine sign. This message was sent to awaken the secret that has been resting within your heart. What you are about to hear are not just words, but divine vibrations that will sink deep into your soul. If these words are touching you, leave your heart in the comments so the heavens can witness your testimony. Because when you write, another soul will awaken. Now prepare yourself, for this video will illuminate your path. Those who recognize the signs of God know that nothing is random. That's why your being here is already a miracle. Family, our voice is rising. We are walking toward our first 1,000 subscribers. If this message speaks to you, press like, subscribe to Chosen Archangel, and comment, "I'm part of this mission." Select one and pay close attention. God just spoke, and it's an urgent message. What's wrong with you? You must no longer assist them. This is your final opportunity to awaken and recognize the reality that has been preventing you from moving forward. It's not a coincidence that you are viewing this at this moment. God is drawing you aside and urging you to change your life, your focus, and your energy. You're losing your future because you've been giving away your power and aiding others who aren't ready to receive it. Here's the breakthrough, though. The pivotal moment occurs at this instant. You are transitioning into a state of wealth and unstoppable manifestation from one of sacrifice and tiredness. The blessings, breakthrough, and change you have been praying for are no longer imminent. It's here. It's taking place right now. However, you must quit wasting your energy on those who are unwilling to compromise if you want to completely embrace your vocation. This goes beyond a simple shift of perspective. It's an energy and spiritual awakening. The cosmos is working in your favor, but only if you accept this significant change. Now do this before we go farther. Help us reach 95,000 warriors who are prepared to seize their power by pausing the video, clicking the like button, and subscribing. Then use the number 99 to leave a remark. The secret to unlocking your destiny and boosting the power of this message is contained in that number. You won't ignore this fact if you are genuinely a chosen one. Your spirit understands that this is the moment that will make all the difference, therefore you will watch this film through to the conclusion. Your breakthrough is waiting, so let's get started. God is no longer whispering. He is urgently crying out to you. Heaven has seen enough of you, His chosen one. You have suffered in silence, through spiritual attacks, heartache, and betrayal. It's because you're unique, not because you're weak. This has nothing to do with punishment. It's getting ready. However, it's time to quit allowing your generosity to ruin you. You have been faithful to the wrong people for too long, devoting your heart, time, energy, and even your money to individuals who secretly make fun of you or take advantage of you. Now God is asking, why are you still assisting those I instructed you to move away from? This is more than just a recommendation. It's an order. Don't ignore the warning indicators. Put an end to watering dying plants. The more you disregard this advice, the more you'll fall into spiritual pitfalls that are being set in your path. This is not a message for the masses, chosen one. It's for you. God is working on a significant project in your life, but He wants your help. He sees how hurt you are. The buried tears are visible to Him. And He's saying enough because He understands your heart. Before the cycle breaks you, it's time to end it. Do you hear me? For those that wouldn't do a thing for you, you've gone above and beyond. Even if they didn't apologize, you still forgive them. While you were still bleeding, you assisted them in getting better. Every act of sacrifice has been witnessed by God. And even though He is proud of your heart, He is also seeing how you are allowing those who don't deserve it to break it. Love eventually turns into self-harm. And by assisting those who simply drain, lie, and divert you, you are currently harming yourself. They just come to you when they need something. They never pour anything into you. It is no longer about being virtuous, God is saying, stop offering your light to those who live in darkness and enjoy it. It's all about wisdom. Self-defense is not selfishness. It is a matter of survival. You cannot receive God's full blessing if you continue to cling to what He is attempting to take away. It's not about saving other people this season. It's to keep you alive. You'll continue to slip into the same cycles you've been attempting to break if you don't start making choices for yourself. With your constant presence, assistance, and prayers for their recovery, you have been their lifeline. However, have you ever observed that they remain silent when you are the one in pain? No one catches you when you fall. Even some of the people you have helped would not text you to see whether you are still alive. Love isn't that. Leeching is what that is. God is now clearly showing you. You're wasting your allegiance. They do not consider you a friend. You are their spiritual crutch and free service. However, you are not here to be used up and then thrown away. It is time to stop giving so much of yourself to people who would never even give you honesty. You are delaying your own blessings every time you help someone who would never help you, God says. Stop helping people who like to watch you struggle. Your kindness was never the issue, it was your placement. You gave love to snakes and second chances to liars. God is ready to bring new things into your life, such as peace, love, and stability, but He won't pour them into a life that is still cluttered with users. Some people wore fake loyalty like a mask, smiling in your face, then stabbing you spiritually the moment you turned around. You thought they loved you, but they loved your benefits. They took your goodness, twisted it, used it, and laughed behind your back. However, God saw it, every tear, every moment you remained silent while they slandered you, and He is now saying, no more. This is your wake-up call. Your goodness shouldn't bring you pain. They don't care about you. They care about what you have to offer. God is intervening because He's sick of seeing you drained by people who never earned your loyalty in the first place. Your financial support has gone to the wrong hands, and let's face it, some of these people don't need your help. They need to grow up, but they won't because you keep saving them. It's time to guard your heart like it's sacred because it is. And anyone who becomes agitated when you set boundaries or mention God is not from Him. They are a distraction or worse, a trap. Your money, your peace, your sleep, all of it is being sacrificed for people who secretly mock or resent you. God did not bless you to finance the indolence or manipulation of others. This is your last warning. Stop giving to those who would never give to you. Some of them may smile and act kind, but God sees the dirty spirit behind it, and the more you give, the more you lose. Protect your riches and harvest. Not everyone should have access to what you have worked for. If they become upset when you say no, it is a clue that they were never with you and were only after your money. It is not God's will, it is a spiritual trap. God is now warning you. It may sound harsh, but it's true that there are people around you who are not aligned with God. Some are spiritually empty, some are wolves in sheep's clothing, and some, without you even realizing it, are being used by demonic forces to steal your peace, delay your purpose, and trap your destiny. This habit of helping everyone financially is preventing you from receiving your own blessings. That person who drains you, confounds you, and causes chaos in your life is not just bad behavior, it could be a spiritual setup. Some people are walking weapons disguised as friends, family, or even lovers. That's why you felt so heavy, so anxious, and so spiritually exhausted. You've mistaken spiritual warfare for emotional connection. God is warning you now, so guard your spirit and pray for discernment. If someone constantly confuses you, takes away your joy, or becomes agitated when you bring up faith, they are not from God. You are chosen, so you are under attack, but not all enemies wear black. And the moment you speak about God or stand in your truth, their true nature is revealed. Some people pretend to be loyal, but in reality, they are ridiculing you, mimicking you, envious of you, and hoping for your destruction. Don't be deceived by their outward displays of support. This is war, and your soul is the target. Some people only stay close to keep witnessing your suffering or to reap the benefits of your blessings, so just because they applaud you when you succeed doesn't mean they don't hope you fail next. God is revealing these hidden enemies, and while it will hurt, it will also free you. You'll notice that people become agitated when you discuss your goals, your progress, or your God. That's the sign. God is revealing them gradually so you can disconnect sensibly. He wants you to make spiritual decisions, not emotional ones. Some of your greatest struggles were not with strangers, but rather with people who stabbed you spiritually in the back and said, "I got you." Now is the time to take a step back, watch, and move in silence, and let God reveal who is genuine. When He does, don't trust those people anymore. God has seen how they mocked your faith and didn't believe in your anointing. He has seen how they disregarded your calling, questioned your dreams, and spoke disrespectfully about your name. Now that He is raising you up, some of those same people will return feigning to support you, but God says, do not help them. Your clique is not small, it is part of a movement. Help us reach 1,000 voices by subscribing, liking, and leaving your word of faith in the comments. What you need is obedience to God's command. Do not return to what I freed you from. It may be harsh, but it is necessary, because continuing to assist those who have attempted to bury you will only make your own grave deeper. And now they want to profit from the very purpose they once rejected. That is not divine connection, that is spiritual leeching. There is one test that never fails: talk about God, mention prayer, say Jesus, and watch their reaction. If someone becomes irritated, dismissive, or angry when you bring up God, that's your sign. Yes, forgive them, but bless them from a distance. Your destiny is too important to waste on people who never respected you in the first place. Some people love your energy but hate your source. They want your peace but reject your faith. They enjoy your prayers but make fun of your God. You don't need a prophecy or a dream. That's God Himself letting you know that their spirit is not in harmony with yours. You shouldn't hang around with those people. God makes it quite clear that if you continue to associate with people who are hostile to your Creator, you are inviting spiritual battle into your life on a daily basis. If someone reacts negatively to your faith, that should be your only clue. These divine connections are coming, but you have to make room for them. Your calling cannot afford to be surrounded by spiritual resistance. You need alignment, not confusion. The good news is that God is sending genuine, devoted people into your life as you purge the toxic and the fake. They pray with you, encourage you, and don't want what you have. They want your soul to flourish, your healing, and your peace. God is going to change that. These new people will walk with you, speak life into you, respect your boundaries, your values, and your calling. They are being prepared just like you were, but here's the catch: they won't compete with you, use you, or drain you. You have never been truly loved the way you deserve. The right people will never come if you don't let go of the wrong ones. God doesn't put new wine in old wineskins. Create room. These next relationships, whether they be mentors, partners, or friendships, will feel different and like home. This is one of the few last warnings that God doesn't give. This is not just spiritual advice, it's a lifeline. The people you continue to help, the ones you're afraid to cut off, some of them are your downfall. If you wait any longer, you may fall into traps that were never meant for you. Some doors won't reopen. Some attacks can be avoided, but only if you obey now. You believe that you are being kind, but in reality, you are disobeying God. He has told you through dreams, thoughts, and intuition, and now He is saying it aloud: stop before it costs you everything. Delays in obedience are still disobedient, and the consequences include missed blessings, delayed healing, and prolonged suffering. You have already wept enough. Don't cry because you disregarded this message. Take action right away. That list is your instruction manual. God is telling you who to release. Don't hold back out of obligation or guilt. Don't let history keep you bound to someone who is killing your destiny. So write down the names. Take a piece of paper and ask God for guidance. Who in your life has continuously taken but never given? Who makes you uncomfortable when you discuss faith? Who drains you every time they speak? The longer you wait, the harder it gets. Obedience is about alignment, not comfort. Some people were only supposed to be in your life for a season, but you've made them permanent fixtures. That ends today. After you finish the list, pray over it. Then, Put some distance between you and them. You don't have to be cruel, but you have to be clear. Holding on to what has expired will prevent you from receiving what is next. The benefits will pour in as soon as you say enough: clarity, unanticipated chances, genuine love, peace like you've never experienced, and more. Why? Because you've finally created room for what God has been trying to offer you all along. The people who truly belong in your life will celebrate your boundaries, not resent them. You are not here to justify your obedience. You are here to grow, heal, and step into your God-given purpose without apology. Don't expect the healing to be easy, but it will be worth it. Some people won't understand why you pulled away. Let them misunderstand. And God will blow your mind with what's coming next when you let go of what's killing you financially, emotionally, and spiritually. Your blessings are ready. Are you? Peace is a command, not a luxury. God died so you could be free, not so you could live in stress, anxiety, manipulation, or confusion. And peace is the foundation of freedom. You've allowed too many people to disturb it for too long. You're not here to heal everyone or to be accessible 247 for people who never inquire about your well-being. Your peace is sacred, and defending it is not self-serving, rather, it's spiritual warfare. Finally, some of you are still emotionally, spiritually, and energetically connected to people you haven't spoken to in years. When your spirit is calm, you can hear God clearly. When it's disturbed, you're vulnerable to deception. Don't answer every call, don't answer every message, don't chase those who have left you. Protect your mind. Protect your space. Protect your peace because it's holy ground. God is telling you right now to break the tie, cut it at the root, pray, fast, renounce, and release it. These hidden spiritual ropes are holding you back more than you realize. That's a soul tie, and as long as it's there, your blessings will be blocked. Soul ties are not just about romance. They can also be formed by manipulation, deep emotional trauma, and unhealthy dependency. It's time. The season of breaking chains has arrived. You've cried, tried, and pleaded for change. Now walk in obedience. The things that tied you no longer belong. That's why your dreams remain static, your tranquility vanishes, and you keep going around the same mountain. God is revealing something deeper. Boundaries are holy. They are a spiritual fence around your peace, your purpose, and your anointing. And the moment you break them, truly break them, everything in your life will start to change. Many chosen ones believe the falsehood that setting boundaries is being impolite, self-centered, or unloving. People who get upset when you draw boundaries were benefiting from your lack of them. They loved the version of you that never said no, the version that always showed up, even at the expense of everything. Without them, your soul turns into a playground for people who only want to take. Setting boundaries isn't just wise, it's divine obedience. Even Jesus had boundaries when he was on earth. He withdrew from the crowd to rest. He didn't heal everyone, and he wasn't available all the time. Why? Because divine purpose necessitates divine protection. God didn't call you to be available to everyone. Instead, he called you to be faithful to him first. If they walk away because of your boundaries, let them. You're not losing them, you're losing bondage. Every time you set a boundary, you're telling God that you finally value what he put inside of you. That's not weakness, that's spiritual strength. And during this season, you need to protect your peace with the same fervor that you give to your prayers. Treat your space as though it were sacred because it is. Stop justifying your need for rest. Stop feeling guilty for defending your peace. Trying to express your heart to those who are determined to misunderstand you, those who will twist your words, make fun of your development, and portray you as the antagonist in a fantasy they made up, is one of the most draining things you will ever do. You're wasting valuable time trying to gain approval from people whose hearts aren't even receptive to the truth. Stop speaking to closed minds and stop vying for a seat at a table that God never asked you to sit at. And no matter how many times you try to show them your truth, they refuse to see it. Let them go. They don't see you because they're spiritually blind, not because you're unclear. Jesus himself was misunderstood, even by his own family, but he didn't waste time defending himself to unbelievers. Instead, he walked in purpose. You must follow suit. The right people will hear your heart without a thorough explanation. Your life is not a courtroom, so stop putting yourself on trial for people who never gave you a fair chance in the first place. Live, love, obey God, and let the rest speak. Your actions will speak louder than their accusations ever could. The fact that you are reading this is evidence of something sacred. And the wrong ones will twist it no matter what you say. God handpicked you, set you apart for a divine assignment, and yet so many chosen ones spend their lives trying to prove themselves to people who never saw their worth in the first place. That is over now. You just need to be, you don't need to perform. You were appointed before they rejected you, and you were chosen before they ignored you. God did not wait for a vote before calling you, so stop seeking approval from those who did not create you. Their opinions are distractions, not divine confirmations, and you don't need them to validate what God has already established. You were set apart before they doubted your aspirations. Chosen Archangel is not just a channel, it is a calling. Subscribe now, press like, and write a comment so together we can reach our 1,000 soul family. Stop waiting for praise before you take action. Your worth is determined by who called you, not by who applauds you. God himself declared you to be worthy, anointed, and unstoppable. All you need to do is boldly walk in that truth. Let them undervalue you, let them speak, let them ask questions. Your fruit will speak for itself. It will hurt, but you must hear that you were chosen all along. Your delay is not always the enemy's fault, sometimes it's your own disobedience. God told you to walk away, but you stayed. God told you to say no, but you said yes. The life you live in obedience to God will shine brighter than any words could ever describe. God told you to rest, but you persisted, and now you're wondering why the breakthrough hasn't happened. It's not that he didn't hear you, it's that you didn't listen to him. Choosing comfort over calling is a silent killer of destiny, and God isn't punishing you for it. Every day you disregard your warnings, convictions, and gut instincts. Obedience is scary because it requires faith, but once you step into it, doors start to open, clarity comes, peace returns, and opportunities find you. Why? Because God blesses movement, not excuses. He is waiting for you to obey. Your next season is ready, but you're still holding on to the last one out of fear. This is not the time to hesitate. Every delay costs you something: time, energy, and peace. Don't let disobedience cost you another year. God is giving you another chance to move. Don't miss it. If he told you to let them go, do it. If he told you to launch, launch. If he told you to be still, be still. Your obedience is the key to unlocking what you've been praying for. Some individuals choose to be silent, others to be absent, still others to make fun of you, and now that God is lifting you up, mending you, and bringing you into your season, they want to come back as if they never left. These moments weren't coincidences, they were revelations. Pain reveals the truth, and their lack of support was loud. Don't pretend it didn't hurt. But keep in mind that those who disappeared in your pain don't deserve a seat in your promise. God saw how they ignored you when you were in dire need of encouragement, how they dismissed you when all you needed was someone to say, "I believe in you." It's tempting to want to prove yourself to them now, to show them how far you've come, but don't. Your sole job is to preserve what God is constructing in your life, and not everyone who applauds you is sincere. Recognize it and let it to lead your boundaries. Let God bring you the right people, people who love you without needing to be impressed, people who would have stood by you even when you had nothing. This season is too sacred to be shared with people who only come when it's convenient. Some people only want access to your light without ever having sat with you in your darkness. Forgiveness is release. It's not about justifying what they did, it's about letting go of the burden of it. But listen carefully, forgiveness does not imply re-entry. They don't deserve this version of you, the one who had to struggle alone to rebuild your wholeness. There's a big difference between being cold and being called. Reconnecting with people who have hurt, disrespected, or betrayed you just because you've forgiven them is like stepping back into a fire after you've healed from the burns. Forgiving someone doesn't mean they belong in your future. Some seasons are over, and God ended them for a reason. You must avoid allowing feelings, pressure, or guilt to lead you to rekindle connections that God has already buried. Jesus forgave the people who crucified him, but he didn't get off the cross to eat dinner with them. He moved onward and finished his mission. You're not bitter, you're wise. Forgiveness is for healing, reconnection is a choice, and not everyone is eligible to accompany you into your next chapter. You don't need to explain to anyone why you chose not to reconnect, but you do have the closure you need in the clarity God gave you. Not only are you a good person, but you are a conduit of divine power, anointing, and oil, and that oil is not supposed to be squandered on people who only take. You have been pouring into empty cups, holes in them, cups that are unappreciative, and cups that break and spill everything you put into them. Your energy, wisdom, assistance, and prayers are valuable, but the enemy knows that if he can divert your attention with empty vessels, you will never accomplish your kingdom purpose. This is why you feel exhausted and your peace seems low. You are pouring into people who have never once considered pouring back. Your oil is sacred, protect it. God gave it to you for kingdom work, to heal the broken, to uplift the chosen, and to walk in purpose. It is not for fixing individuals who like being broken, fixing mature adults who don't want to develop, or healing those who don't want to confront the truth. Begin to inquire, God, for whom is this oil intended? It's time to pour with purpose, not pity. Just because someone is nice doesn't mean they're sent by heaven. Before you pour into anyone, you're not required to keep pouring into people who treat your gift like it's common. In fact, if you keep doing that, you'll end up burned out, bitter, and far from your calling. The Bible says to test the spirit, not to judge the personality, because even demons can pose as angels of light. Discernment is not optional, it is necessary. People can say all the right things, go to church, quote scriptures, and speak in tongues. Some of the sweetest smiles conceal the darkest intentions. Your spirit is picking up on things your eyes can't see, which is why you've had times when something seemed strange even while everything else seemed fine. God is advising you to stop relying on appearances and start testing your spirit. The answers are there, you just need to stop ignoring them. You have been harmed because you trusted people based on superficial impressions, but no more. In this upcoming season, your discernment must be sharper than ever. What fruit does their life produce? Do they uplift or drain you? Do they love truth or avoid it? Do they support your purpose or divert you from it? You don't always need to confront, explain, or even react. Sometimes it's best to just be silent and watch. The enemy knows how to appear like a blessing when he's actually a trap, so pray before you connect, pause before you commit, and discern before you trust. You have been pouring out, justifying, explaining, and trying to get people to see you, but now it's time to be still and let me do the revealing. Silence reveals truth in both you and others. If you just stop talking long enough to observe, people will always reveal themselves. You've talked yourself into spiritual exhaustion, you've defended your heart to people who didn't care, but now you're starting a season of quiet discernment. When you speak less, you hear more, and when you hear more, you see clearly. Their true intentions, their heart posture, their loyalty, all of this is revealed in silence. Don't be fooled by words without fruit or apologies without change. When you stop trying to force clarity, God will reveal it, and when He does, believe it even if it hurts. This is a season where your watchfulness will speak louder than your words. The most dangerous people often expose themselves when they think you're not watching. Your rest, your peace, your restoration, all of these things are hidden in your obedience. Right now, you're being stretched. Silence is not weakness, it's wisdom. Letting go hurts. Obedience often feels like loss. You may cry, grieve, and feel empty, but trust this, God never asks you to release something unless He plans to replace it with something better. You don't see it yet, but the moment you fully obey, heaven begins to align things in your favor. You're being called to let go of people, places, habits, and relationships that once felt safe. However, safety isn't always spiritual, and just because something is familiar doesn't mean it's from God. That's why He's pulling you away from it, not to punish you, but to prepare you for better. Once you give up, everything falls into place. The right people, the right doors, the right timing, without your having to fight for it or force it. Obedience invites divine rest because you're no longer carrying things that God never asked you to hold. Let go, let it fall, let them walk, and then rest in the knowledge that God never leaves empty hands. You will gain back in abundance what you lose in obedience. God has been waiting for you to make room. You've been pleading for genuine friendship, love, and support, but you're still surrounded by people who don't value you. This is the obstacle. God can't send new relationships to a heart that is already overflowing with manipulation, betrayal, and false loyalty. You have to let go in order to receive. Some of them aren't even bad people, they're just not assigned to your next season. Keeping them around out of guilt, fear, or nostalgia is like planting fresh seeds in contaminated soil. Nothing can grow. The wrong people won't just delay your blessings, they'll poison them, twist your joy, drain your peace, and divert you from your purpose. People who speak life into your soul, not death, over your dreams, who pray for you behind your back, not talk about you in group chats, who correct you with love, not shame, these are kingdom connections, and they begin to show up the moment you make place. Chosen one, remember this, heaven never sends a word without purpose. If this message has stirred your spirit, let it shine brighter. Press like so the light spreads to others walking in darkness. Subscribe to Chosen Archangel so you never miss the next divine revelation. And share your thoughts in the comments below. Your testimony may be the very spark that awakens another soul. Until we meet again, stay covered by the wings of heaven and walk boldly in your calling.